3, 2, 1. How exciting. We're back in Mr. Pokemon's house. 宝可梦爷爷的家庭。所以上次我们选择我们的第一个伙伴。We picked our first starter. His name is Mickey Mouse. In Chinese, 米奇老鼠. Very, very lovely. Last time we ran through the woods and across Sugargrove City to Balkamong Yeye's Jiating we go. So that's where we're at. 看看大幕在右边. Oh, I really need to make sure that I have the word screen in my lexicon right now. 在画面的右边，大幕站着。我们跟宝可梦爷爷在画面的中面说话一下。所以，如果你看我的画面，不只是游戏的画面. It's not just the game screen. So let me go and explain a couple things here. Right now, I wanted the Pokedex or Pleco Dictionary to be huge, so that way we can appreciate all of the Pokemon that we're catching, or all of the Hanja characters that we are catching in this. Also, if you look, this is a line from Romance of the Three Kingdoms. If you head on over to gladstonetranslation.wordpress.com, I won't need to explain it, but I guess I will explain it. It is a fan sub project. Actually, you should go to Gentlemen of the Han. You should go to Gentlemen of the Han, actually, because they're the ones who are in charge of that. There's a Tumblr, there's a Twitter, there's a Discord. And yeah, it is one of these stories that would inspire, I don't know, every manga like trope that you've seen since, from Inuyasha to Cowboy Bebop, except it's Romance of the Three Kingdoms and neither of what I just said. So let me get rid of this line and let's see. I will just type in. Oh, yeah, I can. So if you see here, Balkamong is just a few characters long, and we're going to use the Pleco Dictionary like a Pokedex in order to study Chinese because there's just so many Hanzi, which became Hanja in Korea and Kanji in Japan. There's just so many of them. And without much hiragana or katakana to bridge the way, it is quite a task. Hence, using Pokemon. And now that we've gone through this screen in the bottom right corner, 在我画面的右下面，看看右上面的白色的文件. This white document, this pretty, well, I mean, it's not completely clear. This is the script. So we'll see, we are in Mr. Pokemon's residence. So right now, what I'm trying to do is see where we're at in this conversation, because I did not exactly plan where I was going to save my game. I just got really tired before and let it go. 我的想法究竟是对是错？空木博士肯定能给我答案。Oh, cool. I was there. I really didn't mean to do that. So this is the line. If my thinking, well, in order to find out, what is 想法? What is 想法 is the subject of the sentence. If my thoughts, 究竟, turn out to be 是对, correct? 是否, 是否? 空木博士 Professor Elm 肯定能给 can definitely give me 给我答案 an answer. So, as I go through this, I compare how, on a scale of like 0 to 100 or whatever. I don't know. I don't use a scale. I don't know why I said that. But I see how true it is word to word. So for one thing, 空母博士 is a really weird, like, Hollywood professor. Okay, Professor Elm. I don't know. It's fine. Damu, big tree, is Professor Oak, and he was like, the professor before all professors. So that makes sense. That's fine. If my assumption is correct, 我的想法究竟是对是否? 想法 is just thinking. It doesn't actually have the word assumption in it. 我的主意, my idea. The word for assumption in Chinese is actually 假定 or 假说.假说是 hypothesis. Hypothesis 的意思. Oh gosh, I'm going to start lisping and slurring like no other. However, that's kind of like the game I play. Oh, and in the Chinese version, Mr. Pokemon, 他的名字就是 Pokemon Grandpa. It's kind of funny. So I like that. Alright, now back to the game, and I can finally move past this. No, come on. Oh, okay, thank you for doing whatever you did. Okay. Damu. Oak. Ah, 你就是 Chris 吗? 我就是 Chris. Kalisa could be the name Chris in English. It could also be the name Khaleesi in Dothraki. So it checks off all boxes. 我是大魔，是个宝可梦研究员. I'm a Pokemon researcher. Alright, let's compare. I'm a Pokemon researcher. Yeah, that's actually pretty. Oh, I need to move this up based on how the screen layout is. Apologies. That's going to be one thing that I hate. One thing that I can live with are a few typos in the script, because that is perfectly fine by me. I do not hate. It allows me to double check and make sure I'm doing this right. So, I'm Oak, a Pokemon researcher. This is like word for word perfect. 10 out of 10 if I gotta give numbers to something. So, thank you. Next. 宝可梦爷爷是我多年好友，我拜访他的时候. Okay, so Poke Grandpa 是我多年 is my good friend of many years. 多年 my many years good friend. 好友 good friend. 我拜访他的时候 when I come to see him. Let's see. I heard you. I was just visiting. Well, okay, so he's my friend of many years, and while I was just visiting with him, 听说空母那边正好有事让你过来一趟. So Elm wanted you to run it. I heard 听说空母那边正好有事让你 there we go. 让你来一趟. And tang is the measure word for round trips. Measure words are a thing. And there are a ton of them. It's like how you say a bottle of water or a cup of water. But it could be two completely different things if you're ordering off a menu. So yeah, like measure words. That's where I'm gonna leave it off at that. That's all I'm gonna say about that right now. 所以一直都在等你. So we've been waiting for you all this time. No pressure. Alright. So I waited here. So this correlates with this, and I'm okay with that. So I waited here. So I waited here and up until this time. 一直, I think that adds a little bit more pressure to it, honestly. Ah. 你带着很少见你带着很少见的宝可梦吗? This is whenever there was a new what's it called, generation, it was like mythical and magical. Oh, the original Pokemon comic series was so cool. Green had a Snubble, and it was the cutest Snubble you ever saw on anime pages. Manga pages. Sorry, I am so lost in translation here. You're gonna have to just cut some slack or judge me forever. and 我明白了. Great. And 我明白. I see. There. Okay, cool. I'm not looking ahead. It takes too long for me to type this stuff. 也难怪. So no wonder 空母会把宝可梦给你，宝可梦交给 hand over 交给你。Okay. 冰 okay, and that one is one I'm still trying to catch. But I'm pretty sure it's way. Yeah, it's either way or yo. So let's take a look at our handy dandy Dexter Pokedex. So, oh, it also makes fun noises. I forgot that. Alright, so this is the character that I want to study because it's been a while since I was in 高中学，所以我忘记了怎么写字。我真的忘记。所以 because I have forgotten how to write my characters, that's what this is for. 委托你 entrust, delegate, commission. So 把宝可梦交给你，并委托你帮忙。It's no wonder Professor Elm gave you a Pokemon, handed over a Pokemon to you. He could certainly entrust you with this task. Oh, that was the wrong. Okay. Alright, back over here. 对于我活着空母这样的研究者而言，对于 according to 我或空母这样的研究者而言. He did just say 研究员. 研究者. Perhaps this is more often to just the this is more often used for in general. Like I am a researcher, but to researchers, to the type of researcher, 研究者而言. To researchers like Professor Elm and I, 而言 or 来说, 宝可梦是重要的伙伴. And there is 在这个句子里有形容词没在英文的剧本，那个形容词是什么? So in the Chinese version, there is an adjective that is not in the English script. And 3, 2, 1 is 重要. Pokemon are our friends. 宝可梦是重要的伙伴。宝可梦不是我们的伙伴，宝可梦是重要的伙伴。所以你看得出来翻译不是是分对，不是有每个句子it did not translate everything 100% across. Now, what does that mean? That means that, well, either it was a loose translation, or the English and the Chinese translated from the Japanese script differently. And I would say it was the second one. Still, it's really cool to see how similar it is. I mean, you're going through the same actions and the same conversations are being had. So it really still makes for a good exercise, even though there is a little bit lost because I'm skipping that middle Japanese step. But I'm studying Chinese, so Ergo, that's why I'm here. 我相信